Hey guys, what's happening? This is day 2 for you, but 3 for me. I'm working on this hunk of. I went ahead and kept working. After I ended that one video, I took off the injection pump gear and the radiator. Now, and I guess the injection lines, the intake horn, intercooler tubing, and the valve covers. Now, I was just going to pull up this cam gear, but let me tell you, that thing is on there really tight, and I didn't know if my puller was going to break or the gear was going to break. So I decided to go ahead. I'm just going to pull out the cam. So what I'm going to do today is get the injection pump off of the way. I just got the 2 nuts right in between the engine block and the injection pump, which this will be like my 6th time removing this injection pump. Then after we get the injection pump off, we got to take off the vacuum pump / power steering pump, which is down there right below the injection pump. And I'm going to go ahead and take off the tappet cover, which is once again on the other side of the injection pump on the side of the block. And then we're going to go ahead and take off our rocker arm assemblies, pull out our push rods, and I guess first thing, we actually got to take off the intercooler, this core support, and maybe the bumper. I'm not too sure yet, but to get that cam out, I mean, it's got to come out. It's as long as the engine. So there's about 3 foot. That's how long that cam is. So that gear is going to hit this bumper, it looks like. So this stuff's definitely got to come out of the way, and the AC doesn't work in this truck, so we'll probably just disconnect the lines. So that's what I'm going to be doing first, is core support, intercooler, condenser, and then I'll see if the bumper's got to come off. If not, then great, we'll have to take it off. Then after that, we'll deal with the motor. But before I even do that, I got to clean off a spot to put parts and clean the parts up. Right now they're down there. Cleaned off the cover yesterday, cleaned off the valve covers. Yeah, had to sweep up a little bit because there's just stuff everywhere. So anyway, let's get started tearing this front end of the part. Alrighty, well, as you guys can see, we got the bumper off, the intercooler out, the condenser moved over to the side, and the core support, all that is off. This bumper was a pain. It was like wedged really tight on there. So anyway, this makes it way easier. You might as well just pull the motor wire at this point. This will make it easier to get way back in there. Not that they're already easy to get to. Go ahead and get this injection pump off, and vacuum power steering pump. Pull the push rods, take out the tappet cover, and I would leave you in the same spot, but you're going to see a lot of ass, so I'll just keep you guys updated. Alrighty, the injection pump is off. Let me tell you, trying to balance on that cross member right there and trying to pull that thing out is a task by itself, but as you can see, injection pump's out. Now you can see the tappet cover, which the padding's kind of falling off, but it is that tan creamish color looking deal. And I'm also going to do the fuel filter housing and the lift pump delete, because my truck's bypassed that. I just got an Air Dog 150 on it, so that will be out of the way also. Now it's time to get this power steering pump / vacuum pump off. Alrighty, so we got the stock lift pump and fuel bowl assembly off. You can see now there's just a hole down there in the block. Got that off, got the bolts out. I'm actually not going to take the vacuum pump off. I believe this timing cover will slide right over it. If it doesn't, then that'll be really disappointing. Just take the bolts out, and it's on a bracket right there. And then I'm going to take this oil line off right here to where I can get the tappet cover off all the way. Just trying to find my 13mm wrench, and I'm having one hell of a time trying to find that. So that's where we're at. Going to get the tappet cover off, and I also got to take off the windshield cowl here, so the push rods will go up through and be able to come out all the way. Alrighty, got the tappet cover off. This thing is pretty easy to get off. There's a 16mm bolt on this, and this is the very back of the engine. The rest are 10mm. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 10mm, and then right behind your crankcase breather here, there's a 16. Just take a pry bar screwdriver and pull it off. As you can see there's all the push rods, and right underneath them push rods, these things, that's your tappets or lifters. What I'm going to do when I pull out the push rod, I'm going to take a hose clamp. I'm going to pull this up all the way first, pull the lifter up all the way, and I'm going to put a hose clamp around it so it can't fall down into the oil pan. And that way you got to hold them up to be able to pull the cam out. So that's where we're at tonight. I've got tools and parts everywhere around this engine. So I'm going to end it here for tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and clean up all my stuff. I actually wasn't in a very big hurry to do this, but the parts weren't supposed to be here till Friday, and they were going to be here tomorrow. So I'm going to hurry and pull off the windshield cowl, and there's 2 plastic plugs or something underneath there that'll make the lifters come all the way up through there, and then we'll be able to pull the cam out. So take off the timing case, put the new one on, and reassemble everything. So anyway guys, thanks for watching these videos. Hopefully you guys like it, and I'm pretty sure some guys are going to be trying to figure out the best way of doing this. Not saying my way is the best way. This is the first time I have been having to pull a timing cover on one of these. It's not the easiest job in the world, but it's just there's a lot of stuff to take off to get that timing case off. Now I could have pulled the gear off, but like I said, I didn't know what was going to break first, the gear or the puller. I don't have any way to heat the gear, so I didn't even want to think about trying to get it back on. From as long as it would have took me to get that gear off and probably get it back on, I would have been able to have that cam out. So that is why I'm taking the cam out. And that way I don't damage the gear or anything. So anyway guys, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for everyone who has been commenting on the tool reviews and everything like that. I appreciate it. It shows me that some of you guys are interested in my videos. And this is part 2 of the killer Dowel Pin Carnage. And stay tuned for part 3 and possibly part 4. See you in the next video.